Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, I got a full health commando build for you guys that is like on steroids. You will shred everything with this build. I have no doubt that you will absolutely love it. Let's get into it here. Okay, so let's start with the build and the perk cards and all that stuff. I just want to say, if you are a beginner especially, these perk cards and all these numbers will probably be overwhelming, but I just want to say, if you put the time and effort in to build this exactly how I have it here, you will definitely be satisfied with it. It's going to take a little bit of time, and I'm talking to you beginners out there. I know a lot of you are, ready to go. I've been getting a lot of comments about, making a commando build, so I wanted to get this out there. But again, for the beginners, I did make a beginner build as well, so something for you guys to work towards, in the previous footage there. Don't get so overwhelmed. I encourage you, just keep at it. You're eventually going to get there, and you're just going to be destroying everything like I'm going to be showing you a little later on in the video. So don't lose hope. Just keep going. Here's a beginner build. I suggest take one for the team if you're going to start with a legendary perk card. It'll help you do a little bit more damage. But really, just anything, little by little. For the serums, adrenal reaction for sure, bird bones, eagle eyes, we're going to be going with herbivore on this one, egghead for sure, healing factor you don't really need, herd mentality, marsupial, scaly skin, and speed demon. I would recommend all of these serums. Healing factor, not so much. And I am using the Secret Service armor with this build. I find it works very well, so I'm going to show you the armor that I'm using here. You can see I have Hardy and the Dense mod on the chest piece, and I have a Fireproof and a Poisoners on a couple other of my pieces here, and then it's pretty much Overeaters, Through Hikers, and Rangers on all the other pieces, or all pieces basically. So just make sure you have those on. It's very important when it comes to being able to walk around and carry more stuff. Also recommend the Secret Service Under Armor as well with the shielded lining on it. You can get all of this stuff at Vault 79 right here that I'm showing on the map. You will have had to have completed the main quest involving Crater and Foundation. And don't really want to spoil anything, but once you're done that, you will be able to come over here. You will be able to use gold bullion. You'll be able to talk to Regs and trade the gold bullion in order to get all the Secret Service plans, including the helmet, which you don't really need. Definitely get the helmet last, and only if you want to complete the set. The helmet's not really a must, if I'm being honest. And you can get the mods for all the armor here as well. Now, I wouldn't really recommend power armor for this build, but of course, if you need a little bit more damage resistance, like say you're running raids or something like that, yeah, power armor is not a bad idea. Maybe some daily ops, they're doing a lot of damage to you or something like that. Probably not a bad idea, but honestly, this build without a power armor, you should have no problem staying alive. And just to show the power armor I am using, like, honestly, I use the excavator sometimes I run around with, I don't have a problem. The Vulcan, the Union that I'm using here, I just recommend you have the Through Hikers and the Overeaters on, maybe powered, Rejuvenators for a 4th star, Scanners is a good one too as well, Reflective. Like I said, you don't really need the power armor for this build. And just to say as well, if you weren't aware of the critical button, you can hold it down. This is kind of a critical build, so jokes aside, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that you can hold this button down. It'll prompt you how to use it in the VATS at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you're using that. Now, when it comes to not dying, you should have no problem staying alive with this build. Other than maybe the Guardian or things in a raid, basically, I don't see how you would really die. You're really going to have to not be paying attention to your health. I didn't realize how little damage even the Behemoth was doing here until I came out of the photo mode here, and I was like, wow, I'm only down to 64 health. He's barely taking any damage off at all. Like, you have so much time to stim pack, guys. It's hilarious. Even a Mirelurk Queen here. Like, this is why I have the poison on my armor. It just helps against, like, things like this. And, like, this is probably one of the worst things that you would run into other than stuff on a raid. And for damage, it's insane. You are gonna just love the damage of this build, especially with the energy weapons. Not that you can't use ballistic weapons, which I'm gonna get into in a sec, but this build is probably best with like an Enclave plasma rifle or a Tesla rifle. The Tesla rifle especially is almost like my inspiration for making this build. This weapon is insane since the update. Like, it's just destroying everything, and it arcs to other enemies too. Like, look at all these ghouls here. Like, I didn't even have to VATS them, just like half a magazine and they're all dead. Telling you, you're gonna love this build. I had so much fun with it today. And again, the Tesla rifle is probably one of the best weapons to use with this build. But Enclave plasma rifle, or even the flamer that I'm going to show here as well too, will do even more damage than the Tesla, to be honest. So just throwing that out there, but I still think the Tesla is the most fun with this build. Even the assault rifle got a bit of a buff the last update, so I do encourage you to try using this weapon. It's really not that bad. You'll definitely get away with killing pretty much everything with it, you know, unless you're going in and doing a raid or something like that. And of course the handmade too is still great. This build is awesome for crippling enemies as well too, so if you do need a couple extra bullets to kill something, it's probably not going to move at you too fast. And just regular mobs like Mirelurks, it's pretty much instant kills, guys. And I would encourage you to use pistols as well, especially the Gamma Gun. You can see how much damage I just did with the Gamma Gun. Definitely pistol friendly build as well, guys, which most builds are. And I just want to say too, again, this is an energy type weapon build, rifle build. So if the handmade isn't getting the job done, you know, pull out the Tesla rifle or the Enclave plasma flamer, it will get the job done. You know, I would just say use those weapons if you're running around shooting general mobs and just kind of having some fun or just doing your daily thing. And of course, the Tesla rifle, I just want to point out, is amazing at events for tagging enemies and just getting that extra XP and whatnot. And yes, you can use this build in raids, definitely. Now, would I go soloing, you know, a raid with this build? Probably not the best idea. You could probably get away with soloing the EN in one cycle without even having to hide once. Probably be a little bit safer to hide maybe and do 2 cycles, but still, this build is more than good in a raid. But there's probably better builds, I just wanted to say. These are the weapons that I'm using in the video in case you want to get similar results. That flamer doing tons of damage, as well as the plasma rifle here as well. It was doing tons of damage if you want a little bit more range. Handmade is always amazing, very satisfying weapon to use. Had a lot of fun with it. The railway, of course, just an awesome weapon as well. I encourage you to use it if you haven't. And the assault rifle, like I said, it did get a little bit of a buff the last update, so definitely give it a try, guys. And the Gamma Gun. If I had to recommend one pistol to try as well with this build, give the Gamma Gun a go. You might fall in love with it. It's pretty powerful. And of course, last but not least, the Tesla rifle. My inspiration for this build. Man, this weapon is awesome. I absolutely love it. I don't know how I'm going to stop using this build for a while. And for buffs, I would recommend Black-Eyed Susans. I know it's not that easy to get, but I would recommend Blight Soup as well, too. It's very easy to make, guys. You can just come over to the Gleaming Depths here, and there's tons of blight around here on the trees. You'll have to kill a couple of mole miners. And just over here on the trees, there's a ton of blight, and then you just need a little bit of boiled water, and boom, you have blight soup, and you're doing more critical damage. Don't forget to put on Green Thumb as well, so you can get twice as much blight. Okay, guys, I really hope I covered everything there for you. I'm telling you, you're going to love this build. I had fun with it all day. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like to add to this. There's still a lot of perk changes I have to go over. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a pleasant evening.